Hey guys, so in this video I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on my seizure disorder. So I recently had my 3-month follow-up with my neurologist, and the last time I was giving you guys a seizure disorder update, he had switched my seizure medication from Topamax to Keppra. I started off, when he first switched me, he started me off at 500 milligrams of Keppra twice a day, and basically that's like a starting dose to see how you do, and it definitely helped a lot. Before I started the Keppra on Topamax, I was having seizures frequently. I was having at least a couple seizures a week, most of the time more than a couple seizures a week. So it was very dangerous, and we really wanted to get this under control as quickly as possible. So he started me on Keppra and then had me do an MRI and an EEG and all of that stuff. So I had to go see him for a follow-up because after the MRI and the EEG, he wanted to talk to me and kind of see how I was doing with this new medication. And, he was also doing like the MRI to make sure that I didn't have like a brain tumor or any other like issues going on with that. And I don't, so that's awesome news. But at my most recent appointment on Monday of this week, today is Wednesday, I saw him on Monday and he upped my dosage. He basically doubled my dosage because at the EEG, even with my seizure medicine, I ended up having a seizure. And so he was hoping that since I had been taking that medication long enough, that at my EEG, the seizure medicine, there would be enough of it in my system so that it would not allow me to have a seizure, but I still had a seizure. So he doubled the dosage, and I started doing that yesterday because I got my new dosage yesterday. So far, I have not had any seizures, knock on wood, but it is kind of stressful to think about the fact that I need to up my dosage. I am happy that I am under the care of a neurologist that really seems to care a lot more than my previous one did, because like my previous neurologist didn't really listen to anything I had to say, didn't listen to me about like the side effects that my previous seizure medicine was causing me. Like Topamax caused me to have serious side effects where like my face would go numb, my fingertips and my hands would go numb, like my feet would go numb. And that was when I was working in the nursing home, and not being able to feel your feet when you're trying to take care of patients, especially like ambulating patients and like trying to do a whole bunch of different things. It's very dangerous to not be able to feel your limbs. And actually, one of the nursing homes that I worked at thought that it could be a liability that I wasn't able to feel like my fingertips and stuff. So it was very dangerous. And like I said, my neurologist at the time, because I was living in Indiana at the time, my neurologist there, she was not like, she didn't care what I had to say. It was her way or the highway. And, she thought she knew what was best, even though I was practically begging her to switch me to something else just because of the side effects. Like, I was trying to tell her all the time, I cannot continue functioning like this. It's not good for me to not be able to work, but it's also not good for me to, not be able to feel my hands and feet. And like, she tried to say it was diabetic neuropathy, but literally as soon as they took me off of Topamax, all of that numbness went away. Like, there's no numbness, there's no tingling, nothing like that. I'm also not diabetic, so I don't know why she assumed it was diabetic neuropathy, probably because I'm obese, but whatever. I get so tired of doctors, like, assuming that you have something wrong with you just because of your weight. Like, I've never had high blood pressure. Honestly, my blood pressure is normally low. I've never had, like, diabetes, none of that. There was a short amount of time, like because of my PCOS, where I was like borderline pre-diabetic, but ever since I lost like 50 pounds, that has gone away. So I don't know. But I am happy that, like I said, I'm getting the care that I need for my brain. I'm happy that my seizures have been under control, or at least more under control. And we are hoping that soon I'll be able to drive again, because when you have seizures like that, you have to go a certain amount of time without having seizures in order to be able to drive again. And currently I haven't reached that point. I did talk to my neurologist about that on Monday, like wanting to be able to drive, wanting to be able to do things for myself, wanting to be able to have freedom. Because right now, like, I feel horrible because my godmother has been bringing me to and from work every day. Like, she drops me off in the morning, she picks me up in the afternoon, she has to bring me to all my appointments, and, you know, obviously she doesn't have to, but she does so that I get there. And I just hate having to rely on other people, and I hate other people having to change their plans because of me. So it would be nice to be able to drive my own car. Like, my godmother drives my car. So then she doesn't have to use her gas in her truck, but I still feel bad because I have to get up at like 6:30 in the morning to be able to get to work on time. So, you know, making my retired godmother get up that early to bring me to work kind of sucks. And obviously I'm not making her, like, she offered to bring me. But you know what I mean? Like, it's inconvenient for everybody, and I feel bad about it. But anyways, I just thought that I would give you that little update. If you guys have any questions about my seizure disorder or about, like, my neurological issues, whatever, feel free to ask any questions you have. Leave them in the comments below. If you have any topics you'd like to hear me talk about on my channel in the future, please let me know that as well, and I'd be glad to get something filmed for you. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys next time.